The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Wolverines will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will get the first crack at it here. Stakes are always high in the game. Careers are made and lost because of it, and they'll have to manage their emotions, guys.
Well, some games in college football just mean more. When you think about Ohio State and Michigan, you think about not just Big Ten implications, national title implications, Heisman Trophy implications. Late in the year, David, this is just must-watch TV.
Must-watch TV. Two of the winningest programs in college football history. This game, I tell you what, recent years has really brought back the tradition and been so much more competitive now that Michigan's also getting some wins.
Makes the grab down the left side. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
That's a great job getting the first down by that guy. He is a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But recently, they've been recruiting playmakers at the receiving position because this offense has changed. It's now up-tempo. They're now throwing the ball vertically down the field. And they've had so many guys go in the first round in recent years. This dude right here fits that mold to a T. Love watching this guy play.
The play-action fake. Quickly complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. He's looking to throw. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And one of the things I hated as a quarterback was the blitzes from the inside linebackers because those guys end up in your hip pocket quickly. It's really hard to step into throws when you've got inside linebackers bringing the heat.
Got it behind the line. It's Welch. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Michigan's offense will get the ball for the first time. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
That's so much fun. They get off the rock and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable. Get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked.
Those winged helmets flew up and down the field as Michigan won in a blowout last season.
It was a beatdown, and the team up north did some spanking to the team down south. And this was already talked about. This is already a rivalry that you get bragging rights. But when it's a one-sided beatdown and you're Ohio State and you had a year to simmer on this, You better respond.
Ohio State got spanked by giant paddles, too. I mean, that was all over the place. And I'll tell you, Michigan, they came out on fire offensively. Explosive plays. They put their speed on display. They're going to try and do that again this game. Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Going with the counter play here. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The first down sack pushes the ball back to this long 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He fires one deep down the right side. Touchdown, Wolverines! What a catch and run for 6.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Fires to the tight end. Got room at the 35. Afterburners coming. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. Oh, the attempt is no good. And and it is still a 4-point deficit. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw, using the quick game. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoff.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Feeling some heat. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are 2 teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the 2 teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. Then they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who could make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Going downfield for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Now facing a 3rd and long. He'll just keep slinging it. Blasted as he lets it go. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Working that left side now. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
If you're going to be a quarterback in the Heisman race, you've got to win games and you've got to put up big numbers, and that's exactly what this guy has done all season long. Top 10 in the nation in passing yardage, and he's the biggest reason why they've been winning.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Throws for the tight end. Touchdown, Michigan! A great catch and run for 6. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, they had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on it. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give them a cushion and give them some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. So an 82-yard drive there. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythms.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out quickly. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and he can pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the running back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, but the sweet Bruin catch is plenty to give them a first down.
And you really want your best player to be your quarterback, to be your leader. And he's been that all year long. Dude, he's in the top 10 passing in all of college football, and he's leading this team very much in the Heisman race. And guess what? Got a chance to end the year strong.
Got it in stride inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wolverine. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there, looking for a productive play on first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And there he is again, another sack, channeling his inner Aiden Hutchinson against Penn State.
And that is high praise when you start comparing somebody to Aiden Hutchinson. Michigan, year after year, they find these dudes, man. The guys that will get after the quarterback. Hey, let's go, big fella. Let's go for that record.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Slips through the line. Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles filled with intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Trying to get rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. He wants to throw. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Third and goal coming up here. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive.
Michigan 21, Ohio State 6.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
Late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, this guy has shown up time and time again for his football team. Top 10 statistically in passing yardage this year, but it's been in big games, in big moments where he's really shined. And that's why this guy's in contention to win the Heisman Trophy.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Michigan. And the beatdown has ensued. They built a comfortable lead, and Michigan is firmly in control.
Hail to the victors has been playing. This team has handled the moment, handled the game as well as any Michigan team we've seen. They know every year this will be a fight, but Michigan has brought it, and Ohio State hasn't responded.
I think Michigan has just done a better job executing here in the second half. I love the way they've mixed in the run with the pass offensively. Defensively, they're doing a great job communicating. They're just the more locked-in team here late in the game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Going to try to get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They're trying to get to it. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Just needs a crack to get a return. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same way.
Snags it inside the 20. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. Run in the red zone. It's Hatchett. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, he's looking downfield. Makes the grab. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Wolverine! And the pummeling has started. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. Follow the block. The offensive bye will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Pocket starts to collapse. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that ball is picked off. Got room on the return. At the 20. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended. That might be the proverbial fourth quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
On first down, here comes this offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Trying to get to him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. The expressway is wide open. And he's finally down, sliding in safely after the huge pickup. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He's going to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. At the 35, he's got room. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake, now to throw. Dances away to buy time. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
When I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, going up top. Catch in the middle, it's Washington. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Looking to throw. Pressure comes. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
It's kind of tough when QBs drop back and they're trying to protect the football and throw it. A lot of times you get some good shots. If you rip at that football, you can cause an even bigger play and get that fumble to go to the side.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Breaks the tackle.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's going up top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, this offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hasn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. A strike downfield. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous part, a late touchdown.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by 4 over Northwestern. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Quickly to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
I'll say this, man, in college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.